So, Bear on the left and the Halberd, and of course, Kong on the right, with the double cats. A kitty nya nya setup, chat.
You already know, it's Barebones here, and in this video I'm just gonna be going over sort of what I did right and what I did wrong in this tournament here. I've got 2 sets, both 3 rounds that I'm gonna be looking over, and in this first round you're gonna see me getting absolutely trampled. Same with the first round of the next set, but that's okay. I went into my villain arc both times and it worked out. But I am running the cross-region killer, the full arcane Haldag setup, which is absolutely carried by the Bleed Walkie here. And all of my matches were cross-region, so it's a very nice optimized pick for sure. And I'm going to be up against the dual Nagis, of course. Nagakibas, that is. And as you see, just getting absolutely blundered. I haven't gotten any damage out, but it's okay. These are first to 2s. You get a little bit of leeway here. And you will see me, of course, go down here very easily.
That's Barebones managing to get hit. That was a nice jump bait. The jumps are really where it's at against Halberd. This is his villain arc now? Maybe. Alright, let's see how this is gonna pan out.
So moving on to the second round here, I have started to dial in, and the main thing I'm going to be looking for is punishing the jump L1 spam that the opponent has been putting out. It's a really hard matchup to play just because I need to land a lot more hits to come out on top. You can see that is a nearly 600 damage crouch L1 on me, but it is very easy to outspace, and as you can see, I can mash dagger in his face and come out on top if I status count correctly. Right there, you're going to see a massive blood proc on the walkie. And eat a little sword dance here, that's okay. And at this point, I'm sort of just looking to move in on a run R1 and then get a little dagger spam out, slowly chip him down with another bleed proc. But he's playing very passively at this point. He wants to close out the 2-0 as easily as possible. See a little L1 chipping here. And there, this is exactly what I'm looking for. And I can move in off that, maintain the pressure, and now I just need one more L1 for the bleed proc. And that's it.
The miscalculation. That's Ask Poke. It's not on me, Joaquin. I imagine to try it out, and that's going to be Barebones taking a stock. Halberd, my beloved. We give the pillar a little bit of a head screech. Barebones going in with easy raw.
Now moving on to the final round of the set. I've really gotten it together now compared to the first round, and I've started to get a little feel for how this guy wants to play the matchup. And it's definitely going to be in my favor. It's a lot of free L1s for me, a lot of easy status build-up. And we're sort of just going back and forth, which really does work in my favor, so long as I can reaction roll all but his crouch R1. And you're going to see he's still spamming the jumps. I go for a strafe there, not sure why. And playing in his face here, which actually not so bad for the halberd. He cannot strafe me there, especially on this lot. And just running around, doing the DS3 here. Got a little buff up while he's laying off the pressure. And you'll see there, I actually swapped to the Bleed Halberd looking to set up for an L1 proc, but I miscounted and got the proc on my R1, which isn't the end of the world, but definitely miss out on some damage. And you'll see from this point on, I'm just mashing L1 looking for the proc, and there it is.
And then Clutchbones takes it! The clutch win on the side of Barebones. Holy moly. What? Bruh. Is that a katana? The weave stick versus the halberd. It is going to be Malisk on the right. Well, who's going to very quickly be on the left versus Bear, who's on the right.
Moving on to the next set here, we got the homie Malisk. Very good player from SA, normally on the Carrions, but right now they're on, again, the Power Stance Katanas. And you're going to see me just getting absolutely nuked this round. I think it was a 4-hit round, and just like that, I get obliterated. But you're not going to see it happen twice.
Blink and you'll miss it, chat. Oh my god. This is, Barebones is, gotta have a high key. Okay, I'm gonna level with you, alright? Halberd into matchups where the other person has nuclear level damage is to play so fucking well. Like, again, the fact that you have to do like 5 or 6 hits in order to do the same comparable amount of damage is a little bit tilting. You just have to make sure it doesn't get into your head and play super well.
And as Enda said, as what I'm going to do here, I'm putting a lot more respect into his L2 presence. See there, I could have gone for the dagger, but I'm playing a lot safer, looking for more neutral game and dagger punish as opposed to going in there just ape mode, which can sometimes work. I'm gonna level with you. But you'll see he's still sticking to the same sort of game plan. He gets a little poise break on me there. Wasn't expecting that. And you'll see I sort of get the upper hand just off of one bleed proc again. In cross region, this build just absolutely smacks with the walkie procs. See, we get a perfect roll on the Moonveil there. And at this point, I'm just spamming the R1 free aim down for extra range. And then a calculated L1 finishes it.
And Barebones raising his hands to the heavens to try and get just in absolute celebration of that. That is gonna be 1-1 on the board. Too late. Yeah, you could just use that, it's fine. Alright. Match points. Malisk versus Barebones. The tech. Evidently. It's not a bad tech actually. Against High Burst, not gonna lie. But we'll see how it's gonna pan out.
And then for our final round here, a much closer match than even the last one. You'll see we're sort of really playing into the neutral game here. He's swapped over to the house stock, and I might mirror it, but actually only have halberds and walkies on this build. Kind of bare bones, if you will. And you'll see my game plan here is to just not let him outspace me on the L1s as he swaps over to the Moonveil off stock here, back to the Halberd. And I've already gotten the upper hand again, just off of a bleed proc. It looks like I'm just smashing L1, but if you know when you have priority and when you're going to get that poise break on the dagger, you can put in a lot of work with just a bleed walkie. You'll see here we are both just mashing buttons, very top tier gaming. Back into the Moonveil spam. And I have the pressure now. Get a little free aim down, run R1 for the extra range. I have him cornered, get a little status build up. And the strange neutral jump. And I'm just going to try and move in here and get some more L1s. You'll see he swaps over to the healing talisman for a sec to get an extra bit, and then over to the blue feather. You may have noticed I've been on Crimson Amber Talisman way too much this game. I finally get the red feather out in anticipation of incoming damage, which I don't think we receive. And moving on here, you'll see he swapped over to the PSSS. Very interesting choice, as I do believe I can get the one shot on him on a counter hit. But you'll see I'm playing it very safe. Gonna get a nice roll there. Could have been very bad for me. Get him back into the corner, though I reset to neutral for whatever reason, and just like that, he is one hit away, and I can just mash L1 as I please.
The miscalculation, that is going to be Barebones, laying his skill bare for all of us to see. The bones of a good player as he moves on into the next round. Bear is 2. Well played to both.
Now, I did have one more set after those two, but it all fell apart and I got absolutely obliterated, so there wasn't much to learn from it, so I figured I'd leave it out for today. And that is going to be all for today. You'll see here in this clip just some more gameplay with this build. Again, about 130 MS against a much better player than anyone in this tournament, to be honest. And just want to say thanks for watching. Let me know what you think about this sort of content, because I'm definitely going to keep my head in the comp scene. I'm going to keep entering tourneys, and I do sort of love the casting aspect of these sorts of videos. And I think it can be pretty informative, you know, giving a little look into this scene and this sort of gameplay. But thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you all next time.